But the real principle that I'm trying to get at when it comes to like living in prison in the society, like behind the fence, behind the walls, is social class. And I think coming home, it's been easier for me to identify what I always seen, but now it's like I can put a finger on it. Because like I mentioned before, right, when you go to prison, they try to strip you of your identity. You know, they take all of your personal belongings. You literally live out of a locker. You know what I mean? You have nothing, dog, besides like paperwork, you know, what you can buy on canteen, radio, tablets, whatever you can order, or the packages your people can send in, but like nothing that can really set you apart from other people. You know, but you can always kind of tell like people who like done a lot of time or they care about, you know, how they live in prison because they got like creased up fresh blues. You know what I mean? They got nice exclusive watches, the watches they don't sell on canteen. Either they bought it from a police or food service worker, or they got it in through Vizzo or whatever, like rings and jewelries or nice shoes and just exclusive things that in prison it's like top dollar items. It's like, you know, being chain gang rich. And those are only the slight differences in prison that you can really like associate people with. And you can kind of tell for the most part in a sense to where like who people associate with. You know what I mean? And whenever people are known from their city, you know what I mean? They have like a track record, or you can tell because they always got money on their books, or they're always on the phone. They always got people coming to visit them. But the whole point that I'm getting at is like the social class in prison. It's pretty much like an equal playing ground. And I think that's what gives people the opportunity to lie so much, to try to like put themselves above other people or be more than they are, because you really can't show it with material, tangible things. And it's crazy because coming home, I've been home for 2 years now, going on 2 years. My 2 year anniversary is coming up in a couple of months. I think I've been home like 20 months or 22 months right now. So coming home, I've seen a lot of people that I did time with. And now I'm blessed with the honor and the opportunity to help guys get out of prison and transition home and stay out of the chain gang, get out the streets, ultimately find their purpose through faith in Jesus and live right. But I've seen a lot of people that I knew in prison who like I thought were like, you know, established in society. You know, like I just would assume that like on the streets, you know, they had their stuff together. They have a place or they have a car or a good job, or if they were like big dope boys in the streets or whatever lies or whatever like image they were trying to portray, you know, while locked up. But I met a lot of people like coming home like, dang, like, and I'm not trying to compare myself to nobody, nor am I trying to say anybody's better than anybody by where they're at in life materially. That's not what I'm getting at. But I'm just talking about the principle of like social class, that I imagine them, because I either believe their lies or because it was hard to interpret because of the equal playing ground in prison, that when I come home or I see them get out and it's like, dang, they're doing like terrible. Like they still living with their parents, with their mom. I just went over to somebody's house not too long ago and I was just blowed. I'm talking about like just with the hygiene and the cleanliness of like the house and the room was like filthy. You know what I mean? So I'm like, dang, bro, like I lived in prison better than this. And it really wasn't because of poverty. It was because of like negligence and just like lack of self-care, you know? So it's like those things, you know, that made me realize like, dang, like in prison, like I thought highly of this person or I imagined them to be this person in society. But kind of like my dog Brandon Terrell had mentioned on a previous episode, and he did a great job of depicting and describing it. Like, yo, being incarcerated is kind of like psychological warfare, and it's kind of like mental chess. Everybody's like trying to figure everybody out, and everybody can have an ulterior motive or a hidden agenda, or is he just like lying or manipulating or finessing? So yeah, man, it's kind of crazy how, you know, being incarcerated can kind of like take away social class in a sense. And also too, man, I think that